3 minutes inside of a boxing ring is not the same thing as 3 minutes in regular life. And I don't think a lot of people who don't box truly grasp and understand that concept. But before we get into that, it's your boy JYD, live from the content room. Just here to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's been here on this journey, not just for this platform, but all platforms that we are on. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. You will never understand how truly grateful I really am. So thank you guys. That being said, let's jump into the video. I don't really think people understand that those 3 minutes inside of a boxing ring, especially the more rounds you go, tend to go slower and slower and slower. And it's not just a necessarily a metaphorical thing. It's a thing of focus and locking in and understanding what it feels like with that pressure being on you. Most people in the world say, oh, it's just 3 minutes. Can't be that bad. You're 110% wrong. 3 minutes of someone fighting you as hard as they possibly can, fighting you in a life or death situation, fighting you with thousands of people cheering down on top of them, screaming for you to lose, screaming for every little thing that happens, screaming for every little thing that they think is happening under those big bright lights, in most cases being televised, especially if it's on a big stage, it's being televised for millions of people to watch live. All of the mental pressures, physical pressures, emotional pressures, family, life, all of those things raining down you all in one moment, and you're still trying to defend yourself and make it back home to your family. That's not a regular 3 minutes. 3 minutes of just having a conversation with imagine 3 minutes of having a conversation with somebody who you genuinely can't stand. Imagine how slow time is going to creep by. It's just going to be like, all right, this guy just won't shut up. This girl just won't shut up. Just get out of my face. I don't even want to have this conversation with you. Now imagine having a conversation with someone who you absolutely love and you absolutely adore, and you enjoy talking to. Time is going to feel like it's just flying by, because time flies by when you're having fun. Boxing, yes, can be fun, but in most cases it's not fun. Having someone punch on you and you try to defend your life is no easy task. And then on top of that, you're throwing punches back. Every single punch that you miss saps you of energy. When you don't miss, kind of like swinging a baseball. When you miss, that hurts. The same rules apply in boxing. Now imagine you miss a shot and then boom, that person catches you. He make you pay for your mistakes. That saps that much more energy from your reserves. Then you're moving around for, let's not even say 12 rounds, because that's championship level. Let's just keep it at 4 rounds. And you don't know what you're doing. You're new to the sport. You're just getting in there. Those are going to be the longest 12 minutes of your life. The longest 12 minutes of your life, if you even make it that far. Typically, people who first start sparring don't even make it through all 4 rounds of their first spar. And if they do, they heavily need to be talked through it in order to not shell up, or to not give up on themselves, or to not make as many mistakes, which will lead to them shelling up and giving up on themselves, especially if you're in there with someone who's experienced. Yes, you should typically be, when you first spar, I believe you should be in there with someone who is massively more experienced than you, but they know how to work. They know how to work with you, meaning they're not trying to kill you. They're not trying to hurt you. They're not trying to get off on you. They're letting you get your combinations and stuff off, and they're just playing defense. And then every now and again, they'll lightly make you pay for your mistakes, just so that you can learn how to get your feet wet and what it feels like to be in the ring. But even with that, they're not used to that, because in their head, they're like, all right, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if at any moment he could hurt it up. I don't know about the mistakes I'm making. Wow, I've been moving around this ring for a long time, and it feels like 3 minutes is just not going by. All of those things start to rain in on you. And then on top of that, if this guy is not throwing punches back, that's also another form of cardio as well that you're not taking into consideration. You're not taking into consideration that you're essentially swinging punches at a moving target for 12 minutes and he's not really throwing anything back. So you're essentially just doing nothing but cardio right now. And if he does do anything back, then he's going to be, again, making you pay for your mistakes, showing you what you're doing wrong. They're not going to be stopping this part, but pop, keep your hands up, pop. You're going to be doing all those little things. So now you're overthinking. Overthinking is a huge part of why energy can be sapped in the boxing ring. A huge part. Because now you've made a mistake, and instead of just in that moment saying, cool, won't happen again, I got it. And then understanding that you are feeling pressure, like, oh my God, I made that mistake. Now I gotta hyper fixate on it. I gotta hyper focus on it and make sure I don't ever make that mistake again. Now, okay, he just caught me with that shot, so I gotta keep my hand up. And I'm just so focused on doing that I forgot about the body, that I forgot about the other side of my face, that I forgot to move my head, that I forgot to move my feet, that I forgot to throw proper combinations. All of those things happen. So now you make one mistake, boom, he make you pay for it. And then now, because you're overthinking about the one mistake you made, you're now making 3 more mistakes, and he's going to make you pay for all 3 of them. Now, that's 4 mistakes total that you've made within a span of a couple of seconds. You done made 4 mistakes, and now because you're thinking about all 4 of those mistakes, you don't know which mistake to focus on more to protect yourself, which is leaving you open for 4 more mistakes. So now that's 8 mistakes, and you don't even realize that you're making those mistakes because you're so hyper fixated on fixing all of the mistakes that you've previously made. That type of pressure can be a lot, and that's in a safe environment. That's no crowd, headgear on, big 16-ounce or 18-ounce gloves on, all of those things, and you're still feeling that pressure. You don't have to feel that pressure, but that comes with experience, meaning you don't have to feel that pressure because it's boxing, you're going to get hit. Everybody gets hit. But at the same time, if you focus and understand that, hey, everybody gets hit, it happens, it's boxing, there's nothing to worry about, I'm fine. You then become more confident with yourself through that experience. But again, those 3 minutes will take an eternity. Even on the world-class level, there are fights, 100%, that happen where you have 2 of the best fighters in the world, and they are fighting. And afterwards, you will hear those fighters say something along the lines of like, yo, this is the longest 3 minutes ever. This is the longest 36 minutes ever. What round is it? Because like, yo, like how long have we been in here for? Because they've been given and taking punishment for so long, for such an extended amount of time, that it's like, yo, this is never going to end. And then it's the last round. And you're like, all right, come on, last round. I can just push through this last round. But that last round is the longest last round ever. It's like, dog, come on, yo. I would give back every round I got just for this damn round to be over. It just will not stop. Especially if it's a round where you're on the back end and you just trying to survive. You know, or if it's in a situation where y'all both just dead tired. And it's just like, yo, I got to dig into my last little bit of reserves that aren't even there. And you might see a lot of clinching. You might see a lot of movement, but not precise movement. You might see a fighter go into survivor mode and move around and survive and try not to get hit. All of these different factors. And then hey, let's just say you done got up out the corner, and in the midst of you being in the corner, you didn't drink no water. So now you're like, damn, I should have drank water the last round, in between the last round, and now I'm thirsty. That opportunity is gone until the next 3 minutes is up. So many things can go wrong. So much can happen inside of a boxing ring that allows you to make it seem as though 3 minutes is an eternity. And I'm being honest with you, 3 minutes is an absolute eternity, especially when you are tired, not in shape, or y'all both just been fighting hard as all hell. It's a lot. It's even like some people hate jumping rope. If you hate to jump rope, set a 10-minute timer on your phone and jump. You're going to be like, it's no way 10 minutes. When you get like 4 minutes in, even that, you're like, dog, there's no way that this is not 10 minutes. Like, come on, yo, there's no way this is not 10 minutes. Whole time it's only been 4 minutes, and you like, no, it's no way. It's no way. Most cases you look down, it's only been 30 seconds. You're like, come on now, it's no way. But you feel like you've been doing this so long because it's not an enjoyable experience. People who don't like running go through the same exact thing when they're running. It's like, yo, I know I ran a mile. Bro, you just ran from your house to the corner. It feels like a mile because you hate running. That's why being in shape and being conditioned is absolutely so important. Also, um, that's why having that experience is so super important, because 3 minutes is not actually 3 minutes when you get in the boxing ring. 3 minutes can be a half an hour. One round can feel like an entire fight. It can feel like 36 minutes if things go wrong. If you just so happen to get caught with a shot and get knocked down, and then now you got to get back up and fight your way off the canvas, and the crowd is screaming, and you might not be mentally locked in, and they are, yeah, and you let that affect you. It's boxing. Sometimes you're going to get knocked down. The greatest in the world have been knocked down before, and they got back up, and they won the fight. There actually is a guy who I just seen on my timeline. I believe he's like 56 years old, from Detroit. And he got knocked down in his recent fight and got back up and won. Got back up, outboxed the guy, all of those things, came forward, everything, and he won. I'm sure someone in the comments will know what his name is. But yeah, boom, won the fight. Beautiful joint. He didn't let the moment nor the pressure overcome him. Those things make 3 minutes feel a little bit better. It make those 3 minutes, which can feel like 36 minutes, actually feel like, okay, maybe this is only about 5 minutes. It's all metaphorical, if that makes sense. But yeah, 3 minutes is not 3 minutes in a boxing ring, especially when you got somebody just punishing you, or you're not in the shape you're supposed to be, or it's a lot going on, and mentally you're not completely checked in that day and all of the things. So yeah, always remember that 3 minutes is not 3 minutes in boxing. So if you haven't never been in a ring before, you can't talk about it. But trust me, 3 minutes is not 3 minutes. With that being said, thank y'all so much for your time. Thank y'all for listening. It's your boy JYD, signing out live from the content room, the terrible drawing room. I love y'all so much. Please hit that subscribe button. Please comment. All of the cool stuff, all of the cool things. Love is love. Love y'all so much, man. Until next time, beautiful drawing. Peace.